All right. Sorry for a little delay to start the session. And first of all, welcome to day 3 of Lean Six Sigma Green Belt Certification Hackathon. And yesterday we won the very thrilling competition and we went to finals of T20 World Cup. So congratulations to everybody. And on Sunday we'll have a clash with New Zealand, and let's hope for the best over there as well. Okay, chalo, let's. So yesterday we stopped our session a little early, and we got the benefit of that. We enjoyed the match. Our team did fantastically well. Okay, so today let's start with the remaining part of yesterday. So one of the part which was remaining was DPMO. Okay, let me just quickly touch upon that topic and then I will take it further in the analysis phase. Okay. So DPMO is, if you remember, yesterday we had all our Minitab exercises, right? So in the Minitab exercises, we had discussed everything about, what is Pareto. So we did Pareto analysis, then we discussed the time series plot, then we discussed, the histogram box plot, the statistical analysis of it, right? And then SNC, stability, normality and capability. Remember that? Just give me a quick yes in the chat box. This is just a quick review what we have done yesterday. So stability, normality and capability we have seen yesterday. And then we have checked the capability. If you remember, we have put the specification limit of 36 gram and 48 gram, and we put our data into that, and we checked it was around 3.93 sigma process, right? So it was approximately 4 sigma process at that point in time. Now that process, when you have continuous data, so this is the data and you put your, what you can say, this is what we check, this is your lower specification limit, your upper specification limit. Okay. And so this is how you check your process capability analysis. Now this process, this is for your continuous data. You follow this sequence. Now yesterday only we discussed about, no, not yesterday, day before yesterday, day 1. We discussed about what is continuous data and discrete data as well, right? Now when we have discrete data, there is a different way of calculating process capability analysis. Okay. In the discrete data, we calculated the process capability analysis with the formula called DPMO, defect per million opportunity. Let me give you a quick background about it. See, initially we used to calculate our percentage defective. Okay, percentage defective products. That means what? Let's say out of 100 pieces I produce, 5% are defective. So that is what percentage per 100. Okay. Now when the mass production system started, the industrialization, especially in the Europe and American countries, so we saw the mass production, so the percentage started to go back and something called per million came into picture. So after industrialization age, they started something called ppm. So it is parts per million. Earlier it was per cent, per 100, cent meaning 100, century basically. So now we started measuring parts per million. So out of million parts, how many parts are defective part? That is called parts per million. Parts per million, ppm, is also called as dppm, which is defective parts per million. So dppm and ppm both are same. It is defective parts per million. Same thing, out of 1 million takeoffs, how many takeoffs are delayed? That is called dppm. Out of 1 million surgeries, how many surgeries are failed? That is called dppm. Out of 1 million. Okay, now understand this. Now what used to happen after Six Sigma realized something very interesting. Okay, Now, when we are doing this, when we are checking the defective products, let's say imagine we have a shirt. Let me give you the shirt example once again. I think I had given this example earlier as well. Let me give you once again. Let's say I am making this kind of a shirt. Okay. And let's say this is my shirt. Product. Let's say I'm the quality person. I'm checking this product. Now there are three major defects which can come. First defect is missing buttons. So I would write button, button defect. Second defect is a stitch defect, the stitching, any kind of stitching error, that is a second defect. And third kind of a defect, let's say a stain. All right. Or maybe a hole in the cloth. So these are 3 to 4 defects which would come. Now understand this. So I'm checking the quality of, I'm a quality person. I'm checking the quality. I take the first product, I check. And I found, let's say, one button is missing. Now, so the moment I identify one button is missing, that means my one defect has been captured. So I will call this shirt as a defective shirt. Everybody with me till now? Imagine I'm checking the shirt. I'm just, checking all the, yeah, Krish, we have just started. So it's absolutely okay. Are you understanding this? Just give me a quick yes in the chat box. Okay. So I'm just checking the shirts. I've pulled out one shirt. I'm checking out of these 4 defects, any defect is there. So I found one button missing, and then I'm just putting that shirt aside. That's a defective shirt. Now look at this. This is the original way of percentage defective or DPPM or PPM calculation. So let's say if I check 100 shirts, and out of 100 shirts, let's say 10 shirts are defective. That means 10% defective. In million terms, it is 1 lakh. That will be PPM. So 10 out of 100. So 1 lakh out of 1 million would be defective. That is the overall calculation of PPM. Very simple calculation. Now here we are missing something different, something important here. Let's focus here. This is very important because a lot of people don't know the difference between these two. Okay. Now the moment I find one defect, I immediately keep that shirt aside, because anyway that is defective shirt, and I take the second shirt to check. But in the same shirt there can be another stitch defect. There can be another stain defect, there can be another hole defect, but I'm completely ignoring them. The moment I find one defect, I'm declaring that as a defective, and I'm missing out on the hell lot of other data from the same shirt. And this is where they realize that, okay, so we are missing out on a very important information. Okay. So whatever we are observing first, that has become our data. Whatever we are missing, we are not capturing the data. That's where instead of finding out defective product, they started focusing on defects. Now from Six Sigma onwards, they are not, of course they are calculating how much defective they have, but apart from that, they are calculating how many defects our product has. How many of you got it? Just give me a quick yes in the chat box. So they started capturing the data of all the defects which are there. So one product can have multiple defects. Are you understanding? And that is where that formula of DPMO started into existence. Everybody's clear why we started from defective to defects? Correct? Very nice. Now here is the formula for DPMO. Let's try to understand the formula. What is DPMO? DPMO stands for defects per million opportunity. Defects per million opportunity. So the formula is number of defects found divided by number of defect opportunities into number of units checked, basically. Whole multiply by 1 million, which can also be written as 10 raised to 6. So what is number of defects? So number of defects meaning, imagine I have 100 shirts to check. Now everybody pull out your calculators. Let's do some calculation here. Let's say I have 100 shirts to check. Let's say, so the number of units is 100. Okay. In the shirt, there are 4 defects in every shirt. There are 4 defect opportunities, right? So I will write 4 defect opportunities in every shirt. What were the 4 defect opportunities? Button missing, stitch defect, stain defect, and the hole. So these are the 4 defect opportunities on the shirt. Okay. So I will find out whether there are any defect opportunities. Now, let's say out of 100 defects, I will check each and out of 100 units, meaning the shirts, I will check each and every shirt very, very clearly. And I found there are 20 defects in overall. 20 defects I found out of 400. Okay. So that means, can you just calculate this for me on your calculator and tell me the answer? 20 divided by, everybody's clear? 20 is, I found number of defects 20. Number of defect opportunities 4, because we have finalized the 4 defect opportunities like hole, stain, stitching defect, button missing. These are the 4 defects. And I checked 100 shirts. So how many defects per million opportunities I have? Everybody calculate this. Very good. So everybody's calculating and the number comes to 50,000. Everybody got the same answer? 50,000. Very good, very good, super. Yes, so now the moment we calculate the DPM of 50,000, there is a table given in your Greenbelt curriculum in process capability analysis of DPMO. It's called as DPMO conversion table. Okay. Now this is very simple to read. You remember 3.4 defects per million equal to 6 sigma. So this is the 6 sigma column and this is the DPMO column. It's a simple conversion. Okay. So if you have 230 defects per million, you are at 5 sigma. If you are making 6,210 defects, you are at 4 sigma, and so on and so forth. I mentioned this table in your yellow belt session as well. If you remember, I quickly show that during the 6 sigma explanation, right? Now here we need to basically check where is 50,000. So can you see here? It is somewhere around here, 44 to 54,000. So our sigma level is approximately, we can say 3.15 sigma process. The moment my DPMO is 50,000, okay, when my DPMO is 50,000, my process is 3.15 sigma process. Are you clear? This is how you can calculate the defects per million opportunity, and then you can calculate your current sigma level. Clear with this? Just give me quick yes in the chat box. Everybody's clear about it? Any question, any doubt, please let me know. Got it? Very good. Now look at this. What is this? What is this yield percentage? Okay, just for your understanding. Now when I say, let me just remove all those things. So when I say this is my process and this is, let's say my process is a 6 sigma process. In that case, 99.99966% will be within the specification limit. This is my lower specification and this is my upper specification. This is the okay product within specification. Correct? You remember the yield, the process, when we discussed about project selection, we discussed something called throughput yield. How many of you remember that? Right? Internal process, we have these processes like painting, etc., etc. Remember that? Yes? So every process, let's say 100 pieces in and 97 pieces out without any defect or rejection, that is called that yield, correct? So similarly, this is 99.99966% of okay product without any defect product in the Six Sigma process. Okay, that's why the yield is this 99.99966, which is rounded off to 67. Okay, now what is outside of the specification limit is 0. So 100 minus 99.99966. Okay, so 0.00034 percentage will be outside of the specification. Okay, now if you multiply this percentage, now this is meaning 0.00034 per 100, right? So if you convert that into per million, that will become 3.4 per million, and that's what is our DPMO. Okay, so 0.00034 percentage which will go outside of the specification limit. In per million terms, it is 3.4. Are you clear? Just type in yes in the chat box. So this is a yield, sigma level and DPMO conversion table. Clear? Everybody clear with this? Just give me quick yes. Superb, superb. You guys are awesome. Okay. So this was the process capability. Yesterday, do you remember I spoke about when we enter into the analysis phase, there are two doors there. How many of you remember? Type in the chat box. Let me see how many of you remember that. There are two doors I spoke yesterday. What are those two doors? One is lean door and another Six Sigma door. You remember the names of those doors? Type in the chat box. Yeah, I'm just waiting for your answer. Very good, very nice, superb. Correct. Process door and data door, absolutely right. Right? So process door is the lean way, data door is about a Six Sigma way. So process door may we have discussed about process mapping, we have value stream mapping, we have VA in V analysis, value added, non-value added analysis. Then we have the team wood. All these things are the lean tools which are coming into the process doors. Okay. And the Six Sigma way, we have the cause and effect diagram, which is nothing but fishbone diagram. Then we know after fishbone, we do root cause analysis, YY analysis, right? After YY analysis, we do, what you can say, validation of this. Validation of all the root causes we do through hypothesis testing and regression, right? So, everybody is clear about fishbone and root cause analysis. Just give me quick yes in the chat box. You know fishbone, man, machine, method, mother nature, material, etc. Right? You know YY analysis. If you remember in the yellow belt, we have covered both these tools. And remember we discussed about the Titanic example in fishbone and then Jefferson Memorial in YY analysis, right? How many of you remember Jefferson Memorial example? The bird dropping and the spiders and the insects, all these things. You remember that? Just give me quick yes. So these are the two basic tools we use, in the analysis phase. Once that is done, then we validate whatever root cause are there. We validate those root causes with the help of either hypothesis or regression. Okay, and there is something called design of experimentation as well. But design of experimentation is an advanced tool. So basic hypothesis and basic regression is something which we learn in our green belt level. Okay. So let me touch upon hypothesis testing quickly. So what is hypothesis testing? Hypothesis testing is nothing but hypothesis is your assumption. Okay. Hypothesis is what I assume. I assume whenever Sachin Tendulkar makes the century, India loses the game. That is my hypothesis. I assume whenever I have all the experienced people in the team, I will win the match. I assume that if this supplier is there, I will get the delivery faster. This is my assumption. Now, these assumptions have to be tested with the real data. Okay, because statistics, they only believe in data, nothing else. The data is the fact. Okay. So in Hindi we generally say, beta jhoot bol sakta hai lekin data nahi. Okay. Your son can say, I am going to the college regularly, but the attendance report from the college cannot lie that he is not attending the college and is bunking the lectures. This is the data. This is the real fact. Are you understanding? So hypothesis is just nothing but putting the data to basically prove your assumption. So there are two types of hypothesis. Testing. Okay. One is called null HO and other is called alternate hypothesis, which is called HA. Null is called as statement of equality. Write this down. I'll explain you with example. We will do the Minitab exercises today as well. And alternate is called as statement of difference. Statement of equality and statement of, there are two exactly opposite differences, statements. Okay. For example, I want to check which vendor is better, vendor A or vendor B. So I will collect the data of vendor A and take the average, let's say XA bar, and the vendor B data, which is XB bar. So the null hypothesis will say both are equal. Alternate will say no, XA bar and XB bar are not equal. They are different. Which nifty example, Sachin ji? So just understand the basics first. So right now what we are saying here is one what you can say vendor is having the same same example of this one. Okay. And then the second vendor is having, so my assumption is both are equal, they are not making much impact. The second assumption is no, they are having some differences. Okay. Now the question is what is hypothesis testing into that then? Just collect the data. So, see, understand, let's make it simple. Let's collect the data. Let's say first vendor is taking 10 days and second vendor is taking 11 days on average. Okay. So it is clearly evidence, no? Clearly evident there is a difference, right? Yes or no? One is taking 10 days, other is taking 11 days. It's a clear-cut mathematical difference, which is absolutely clear. Then what is hypothesis testing of statement of equality, statement of difference, and this and that? Why that is required? It's very simple mathematics which we learn in 5th and 6th standard. Right? Now here, again go back to the basic fundamental of statistics. Again go back to the descriptive and inferential statistic. Remember, descriptive statistics is about a sample. Inferential statistics is about population. So sample, there is a difference of 1 day here. But is the difference is long term, will it be significant statistically? That is what we are checking here in this hypothesis testing. So hypothesis testing is an inferential statistics. We are predicting the behavior of the population. Are you understanding this? Just give me yes in the chat box. So we are predicting the long-term behavior of this. So if I continue with these two vendors for a long time, maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years, then the difference, will it be long-term statistically significant difference? That is what we are checking in the hypothesis testing. Are you clear with this? Just give me quick yes in the chat box. How many of you have understood? Yes. So sample says there is a difference, but is it critical enough statistically, probabilistically? That is what we are checking here in hypothesis testing. Okay. So for example, so right now we have taken a sample of 10 days, meaning a sample of, let's say, last 10 deliveries. Okay, 10 deliveries of vendor A and 10 deliveries of vendor B, and we have taken the average of it. Average meaning this, and average of vendor A is coming, let's say, 10 days, and average of vendor B is coming 11 days. So this is n. N is equal to number of samples. Okay. So we have taken 10 samples of vendor A, 10 samples of vendor B. Last 10 deliveries, the delivery time. Okay. So on an average, vendor A has delivered within 10 days. The moment you place the order, within 10 days he has delivered the material, and vendor B has delivered the material in 11 days on an average. Some day they have taken 12 days, some day they have taken 13 days. On an average, they have taken 11 days. Now this difference is there. Mathematical, there is 1 day difference in the data. But we'll put that in the hypothesis testing and check whether this data, the difference in these two, this 1 day difference, is it statistically significant difference or not? And how do we do that? Let's figure out with a practical example. Okay, we check the p-value. So the moment we feed the data to the software gives us a value called p-value. P-value is nothing but a probability value. Write this down. Probability value. And we check the p-value against 0.05. And the rhyming, you have to remember, that is P low, null go. Everybody just write down this rhyming and possibly type it in the chat box as well. P low, null go. Yes, type this in the chat box, everybody, and write it in your notepad. We'll explain you with a practical example here. Okay. Let's take one example. Let's take one practical example of this data. So just open this file which I have just shared with you. Just open. Let's take a practical example so that you will understand it in a better way. Once you open the file, please let me know. Done? Opened? Very good. Yeah, I'm just waiting for all the people to confirm. If you are in a position to do that, please do that, okay? So here, there are two processes lead time we have captured. One is standard process and other is pilot process. Imagine there is a, so or you can say a old process and a new process. So this is the old process and this is a new process, okay? And they have calculated around 20 data points in each. File is there in the chat. If you have laptop with Minitab software into that, then only this will be opened. Clear? Yeah, mobile में नहीं होगा open ये, ठीक है? I've just again shared that in the chat. You can see example 2 sample data. Now, old and new samples. So here what we are saying is there is a project they have done and they want to reduce the average lead time. Okay, average lead time of the process. Right? So that's what the project was. So according to the project, they have successfully done that. So management says, okay, now can you prove whether there is a statistically significant difference? So what they have done, they have taken standard average and they have taken the new average, which is the pilot average. Okay. So now what is the null hypothesis? Null hypothesis always say both are equal. and alternate hypothesis will say there is a difference. Understood? So they want to check a statistical significant difference. Now, if your P low null go, meaning if my P value is lower than 0.05, then reject null hypothesis. Null go meaning reject null hypothesis. So you have to reject this one, this you have to reject, and you have to accept that there is a statistical significant difference. If the P value is greater than 0.05, you cannot reject null hypothesis and there is no statistical significant difference. Are you clear? Hypothesis clear hai, null and alternate. So on one side we'll take the average of this and average of this, and we will just do this hypothesis testing. Clear what is hypothesis? So we want to check whether is there any statistical significant difference found in this data. Okay, so how do we do that? Go to stat, basic statistics, 2 sample t-test, because there are 2 samples we are checking with each other. That is called 2 sample t-test. Yeah, I'll share the file once again. Everybody, meanwhile, you can just follow this path: stat, basic statistics, 2 sample t-test. Here. So you can read here, determine whether the mean differs significantly between 2 groups. So there are 2 groups here, and the mean of group 1 and group 2 differ significantly. That is what we are testing. We are not testing the difference, we are testing whether the difference is significant or not. Okay, that is the most important understanding. Just select that. Now this is a drop down which says both samples are in one column, each sample in its own column, and summarize data. Because each sample in its own column, you have to select the second option, which is each sample in its own column. Just select the second one. You have sample 1 and sample 2. Now you just have to select sample 1 standard and sample 2 pilot, or you can do vice versa as well, doesn't matter. And just click on OK. And this is something which has come. Have you got this? Just give me a quick yes in the chat box. Everybody got it? Very good. So here you can see there are n is equal to 22. There are 22 data points. Mean of first is 14.65. So X bar standard is equal to 14.65 and X bar pilot is equal to 14.34. These are the real numbers. Okay. Then this is standard deviation, etc., etc. But here we are interested in this value called P value is 0.465. So this is the P value which is 0.485. Now P low null go, that is our definition, right? That is our rhyme. So is the P value low? Is it the lower P value? Give me yes or no in the chat box. Is the P value low? Everybody give me no, right? No, P value is not low, it is very high, it is quite high. So we cannot reject null hypothesis. So we have to say standard average and your pilot average is not significantly different. You can see there is a small difference is there. Okay, so management will say to the Six Sigma team, you have reduced the lead time. Fractionally you have reduced the lead time, but that is not significant. So please work on your solutions and causes and come back again. Are you clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. So they have improved. The pilot process has reduced a fraction of it, maybe 0.3 they have reduced, but that is not significant. Now here just try to appreciate this graphical representation of what is this P value all about. Okay, just for your simple understanding, focus here. So for example, let's say I'm not able to see. Yeah. So let's say this is my first process and this is my second process. So this is, let's say, my pilot process X bar P, which is nothing but 14.34, and this is my standard process X standard, okay, which is 14.65. all right. Now, so this is, imagine this area under the curve is 100% of both these. If I put together, that is 100%. If you see this overlapping region here, this overlapping region is nothing but 48.5%. Out of this 100%, 48.5% is overlapping region. 48.5% is nothing but 0.485. How many of you got it? So there are two distributions overlapping with, if they are overlapping 100%, the p value will be 1. That is 100% overlap. Are you understanding? Now they are overlapping, but they are almost 50% overlapping, which is 48.5% overlapping. That's why p value is 0.485. Imagine the standard would be, let's say, or they reduced it to, let's say, 13. Now, right now the pilot is 14.34, right? Imagine they reduced it to 40. Let me draw here. Now they have reduced it to 13. Now this is the X bar P, which is their after improvement wala process. Now it has reduced to 13. And this is the standard, which is 14.65. Now the overlapping, because now the difference has increased between the means, the overlapping region has reduced. So this is the overlapping region. If this overlapping region goes below 5%, which is nothing but 0.05, then the statistics says that the difference is significant. So let's say, imagine this has gone for 4%. That means 0.04. That is the p value. The moment it goes below 0.05, we declare that the difference has become statistically significant between the two distributions. How many of you got it? Just type yes in the chat box. Clear, everybody? Just give me quick yes in the chat box. So whenever you have less p value, that means statistical significant difference. Whenever you have greater p value, there is no statistical significant difference. And this is hypothesis testing. Simple. Now in the black belt level, we will go deeper into that, and how do we calculate p value manually. Everything we will calculate in the black belt level. Clear? And this is called as hypothesis testing. Very good, very good. Okay, this is a very complex topic, but I have made it so simple for you to understand. So collect the data, put that, check the p value, and just declare whether there is a statistically significant difference or not. That's it. That's it. Very simple. Okay. Now there is another way of doing it. It's called correlation and regression. Another way of validation, it's called regression and correlation. And let me share with you a sample for this. Let me share with you a data. Just open this data called scatter plot. We'll just discuss this. These are the two techniques, basic techniques, which we cover in the green belt level. One is hypothesis, other one is correlation and regression. Okay. Just open this file called scatter plot. Let me open that file quickly for you. Yeah, have you opened that? Just give me a quick yes. So it says annual profit and expenses on L&D, learning and development. Very good. So try to understand this. Now here, whenever you have two variables which are continuous in nature, which can be measured on a continuous scale, you can use this correlation analysis. Correlation is nothing but establishing relationship between x and y. Everybody knows, right? Y is equal to function of x. Y is depending on x. So for example, if my child is spending more time on study, so study time and marks, percentage marks is the y. So this is my y and this is my x. So if my child is studying in the, okay, some of you are not receiving the file, is it? Okay, just a second, I'm just sharing the file once again. So if my child is studying more, so more hours studying, more marks my child will score. So here is something, I will get something like this called positive correlation. More the time of study, more the marks you will score, you or your child, whatever. Then let's say social media, Facebook or Instagram time, and same percentage marks. That will be a negative correlation. More Facebook and Instagram time, okay, less will be the marks. It is called a negative correlation. And there is something called, let's say, attendance in school and the percentage mark. I will kind of get no relationship here. You can have 100% attendance but less score. You can have less attendance but very, very good score. So there is no kind of relationship over it. So there is no relationship. So this is called correlation. Establishing relationship between x and y. So study time, social media time and attendance, these are the x's and the percentage is the y. And we are checking what is impacting my y. Okay, so let's find out, is there any relationship between annual profit and learning and development expenses? Now tell me, what is y here? Type in the chat box. What is the output here? Type in the chat box quickly. Output क्या है इसमें? Is it annual profit or is it expenses? Everybody is clear? Output is annual profit, right? And learning and development expenses is my input. And I want to check whether any impact is there on my L&D expenses. As a businessman, I want to know that whatever investment I'm making in my people skill building or learning and development, is it yielding in some profits or not ultimately? I just want to check that. So how do we do that? There is a scatter plot here, graph, and the first option itself is scatter plot. Click on graph and the first option is scatter plot. Just do that. Select simple by default, graph and scatter plot. Simple by default it is there. Just click on OK. In the Y select annual profit and X select expenses on L&D and just click on OK. And you will get this kind of a plot. Some dots plotted here. Now just observe the pattern of the dots here. Are they going up from the left to right, or are they going down from left to right, or there is a flat kind of a correlation observed? So if it is going from left to right upwards, it is positive correlation. If it is going downwards, it is negative correlation. If it is flat, it is no correlation. So what is this? Positive, negative, or no correlation? Very good. That means when the expenses are less, the annual profit is less. When the expenses are increasing, my profit is also proportionately showing a positive trend. Yes. So this is called a positive correlation. Absolutely right. Clear? It's called a positive correlation. Now let's go further. In the same thing, there is something called regression. Go to stat, and the second option is regression. Now let's go to the next step of this. Now we have established the relationship. Let's add some other information into it. So stat regression, and select the first option called fitted line plot. Fitted line plot. Stat regression fitted line plot. Stat regression fitted line plot. Just click on that. Again here, y is equal to annualized profit, x is equal to expenses on L&D, and this is the linear. The quadratic and cubic we will learn in the black belt level. Okay, and click on OK. Wow, with the same what you can say same graph, we have got three additional informations here. What are the three additional information? The first information is, this is called as line of best fit. This is a line which passes through all the data points, okay, and which is the closest line connecting with all the data points very close. That is called line of best fit. Okay. Apart from that, there is something called R square value. R square 76.8. Now if your R square value is between 0 to 33%, which is a low R square value or low correlation, between 33 to 66%, we can see moderate correlation, and 66% and above is called strong correlation. So this right now it's showing a strong correlation. That means expenses on learning and development is having a positive, strong correlation impact on our profit. So one is line of best fit, second is the R square value, and a third option we are getting here is this equation. This equation is nothing but y is equal to a plus bx. Make a note of this. This is also called as regression equation, or prediction equation. Both are same thing, regression or prediction equation. Okay, in which y is output, x is input. You all know what is a here. A is nothing but intercept and b is nothing but slope. First write this down and I will explain you, or take a screenshot of it. It is whatever is feasible for you. Y is equal to a plus bx. A is intercept and b is the slope. Clear? Now what is a? Try to understand this. If I extend this line of best fit, this is the line of best fit, right? This one. If I extend it on the y axis, okay, wherever it is actually intersecting, okay, wherever it is intersecting, that is called as intercept. So it is intercepting at 1.8. Okay, why it is negative? Because we have data ending up to 2 only. 2, this data, y data starts from 2. Now it is going below that. That's what it's called as minus 1.817. Now the second is called a slope. What is slope? Slope is nothing but, this is slope 0.188. Now this is very interesting. Okay, imagine your learning and development expenses are in lakhs of rupees. Okay, this is in lakhs. So 1 unit equals 1 lakh rupees, and your profit margins are in crores of rupees. So the unit of measurement, both are money only, but x is in lakhs and this is in crores. Imagine that. That means what is slope 0.1883 meaning? When I'm adding 1 lakh rupees expenses in L&D from 20 to 21, 21 to 22, etc., it is bringing 0.1883 crore rupees profit. So 1 lakh input of X is bringing 1.883 crore. That means nothing but 18.83 lakh rupees. So 1 lakh input in my L&D expenses is giving me profit of 18.83 lakhs. And this is called slope. Are you clear with this? Just give me yes in the chat box. Yes. What do you want me to repeat? Let's come back to this. Intercept is clear. Intercept is if I extend this line of best fit where it is intersecting the y-axis, that is called intercept. Okay. Let's come to slope. Slope is what? If I increase 1 lakh rupees expenses, if I increase the 1 lakh rupees L&D expense, how much positive impact I will get? That's why the slope is in positive direction. You can see here positive 0.1885. If this would be negative relationship, my slope would have been negative. So 1 lakh increase would have a negative correlation. Are you understanding this? Okay. So 1 lakh increase in my expenses is having 0.1883 crore rupees of increase in my profit margin, and this is called as slope. Okay, let's put this equation, which is regression equation or prediction equation, into play. Now I want to check what will be my profit margin at 30 lakhs. So here is 30 lakhs. This is the equation for you. Can you just calculate and give me the answer quickly? What will be my profit at 30 lakh expenses of L&D? Everybody calculate this and give me the answer in the chat quickly. I have given you the equation. Let me remove this. Let me remove everything so that you can clearly check that. This is the equation in front of you. My L&D expense is 30 lakhs. What will be my annual profit? Calculate it quickly. Give me the answer. So y is equal to minus 1.817 plus. You have got 0.1883 into 30. L&D expense is 30. Okay. So you do this calculation. No, do this calculation first. So do this multiplication first, and then this has to be deducted from there. Yes, I think Kiranji, you have done you have taken a good right answer. Yeah, Jitendra ji, एक बार फिर से calculation करिए. So what is the multiplication of this? No. What is the multiplication of this? Type in the chat box. 5.469. Very good. So first you do the multiplication. So 5.469 minus 1.817 equals 3.832. So when my X is 30 lakhs, I am getting 3.832 crore rupees ka profit. Now you can just validate this. You can do this validation. Okay, validation is something like this. Okay, if I draw a vertical line and then a horizontal line like this, understand this, okay? Where is that? Yeah, a horizontal line like this, then I will get something, this point, which is nothing but 3.83, something like that. Correct? So if I draw a vertical line and a horizontal line, it will intersect at 3.83. How much, if I want to check how much it will be, around 35, if I put 35 lakh rupees. So if I draw a vertical line once again like this, 35, and then a horizontal line like this, I will get approximately just less than 5 crore rupees. Just very close to 5 crore rupees I will get. If I increase to 35 lakhs, I will get around 5 crore rupees ka profit margin. Clear everybody? This is how you can predict the value of, 4.77. Very good. So close to 5 crore rupees. Yeah. So you can predict the value of Y on the basis of value of X, or you can predict the value of X on the basis of value of Y with the help of this regression equation. Are you clear? Just give me a quick yes in a chat box. Clear everybody? Just give me a quick yes. And this is called regression equation and correlation. Clear? So this is the basic stuff. As we go into the advanced level, in the black belt level, we will learn the cubic equation, quadratic equation, okay, the curvilinear regression, etc., etc. And there are various other forms, and response optimizer, etc. Everything we will discover in the black belt level of this. Okay, this is the basic stuff which is covered in the green belt level. Now, let me cover some of the, once we do this analyze part, then we go to the improve phase to identify the solutions for our challenges, for our root causes. Okay, yes, the solutions for our root causes, meaning I want to use it in my analysis, but I don't know how to use it. This regression you are saying. So you just collect the data of X and Y. If you have data right now, just put it right now and paste your analysis in the chat. So I will, or you can just put it in on the mentor's number as well. Okay, this one. Yes, you can do it right away, or you can do it whenever you do the analysis. Select X and select Y, and I've already given you the go to stat regression fitted line plot. Okay, put your X, put your Y, and click on OK, and check out with yourself. You'll get a lot of insights. Very good. So now when we basically go in the improve phase, there are few tools which are available in the improve phase. Those tools are lean tools basically. Okay, what are the lean tools? Let me quickly touch upon some of the lean tools for you. I will just brush upon some of the lean tools just for your information, and then we will talk about some of the control charts, etc. But some very important lean tools we have to discuss. Okay, the tools are this. Just let me share my screen. Okay, one of the tool which we discuss in lean is called as setup time reduction. Yes, so Nifty index and bank Nifty correlation. So X is bank Nifty and Nifty is the outcome, right? That's what you want to say. So collect the data and put it in the in this format. Okay. Yes. Now see, this Nifty index, etc. Okay, whether you want to check the relationship between this in a day-to-day basis, okay, or you want to check this month-to-month basis or year-on-year basis, exactly what will be the timeline, that is also very important factor. Okay, so day-to-day basis also you can do that, week-to-week basis also you can do that, month-to-month basis also you can do that. So do these experiments, okay, and see what kinds of inferences you are getting from that analysis. See, analysis is nothing but whatever data you're feeding in, software does not know what is Nifty. Software does not know what is bank Nifty. So they will just, what is Y and what is X, then they will correlate and show you the regression equation, R square value, etc. Okay, now it is your process domain expertise to interpret that data. Or nowadays you can take help of AI tools as well. Okay, so generally nowadays what we have started doing is we collect the output of Minitab and feed into the you know the AI tools, the chat GPTs and stuff like that. So they will interpret it for you and convert that statistical language into a common day-to-day layman's language. Okay, that will be helpful for you. Okay, do this experiment and let me also know what you have found out in that. Okay, that's a good way of see, the entire objective is learn the concept and implement the concept in your own field. That is where the learning will actually go to the next level. That is the objective of doing this. Okay, super. So now let's talk about some of the improvement tools of in the lean. Basically some 4 tools I will speak about lean. One is called as setup time reduction. If you remember, lean reduces the time, increases the speed of it. Okay, one of the major factor into that is setup time, which is one of the very important factor in generally started from the automotive industry, but it is applicable in every industry, by the way. Let me give you a simple example. I am making, let's say, I have a what you can say, fruit juice center. Okay, now here I am making apple juice. I have only one mixer with me. This is my mixer, a juicer I would say. Okay, and I am making the juice here, and I am making apple juice, and there is a customer who has come and they are asking for orange juice. Now this is the scenario. Apple juice is being made right now and orange juice order I have received. Now whatever time will take between changeover between apple to orange, it's called as a setup time. Are you understanding? The time which I will take to take the changeover between apple to orange is nothing but a setup time. If I'm a biscuit manufacturer and let's say I'm making Good Day, and from Good Day I just want to make let's say Britannia Marie. Good Day Britannia, I don't know. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, so from one biscuit I want to make a changeover to another biscuit. Whatever time it will take to make the changeover between product A to product B, this is called setup time. And that setup time does not add any value, because during that time nothing is happening productivity wise. Okay, so that time, how do you reduce it? That is where this started in Toyota. Okay, there was an engineer called Shigo Shingo, who is one of the father of this lean philosophy. So Shigo Shingo, according to him, he made this entire activities which you do within that changeover time into internal and external activity. Okay, let me explain you. So let's say this is apple juice I am making, and this is product B, which is orange juice. Okay, now first thing is the preparation. So in preparation, what will come? Let's say imagine the apple juice is being made, okay, in the juicer. Now parallelly I can do the preparation of identifying the oranges from the shelf, cleaning them, washing them, peeling them off, chopping them off, taking out the seeds from them, again cleaning them quickly. All this stuff will happen, is called preparation. Okay, now you tell me, when you are preparing, okay, exactly. So when you are preparing this, can your mixer still run parallelly, yes or no? And you can do this, and your mixer is mixing the orange, making the orange, yes or no? Just give me quick yes or no in the chat box. So your mixer juicer is on and you can do this parallelly, yes or no? Just give me yes or no in the chat box. So for this peeling off activity, cleaning, etc., you don't have to stop your machine, and that is called as external activity. External activity. External activities are the activities for which you do not have to stop the machine. Okay, now imagine, now so the preparation is done, apple juice is done, now you have just putting it in a glass, in a jar, you are serving it to the other customer, first customer. Now you have to clean the utensil, and maybe you have to change the blade. Okay, you were using the heavy blade, now you want to use the lighter blade. Now you are changing the blade. Can you change the blade when the machine is on? No, you can't do that, and that is called as internal activity. That is called it. So setting up the blade, adjusting the blade, all this setup and adjustment, these are called internal activities. Internal activities are the activities where you cannot do these activities without stopping the machine. Are you understanding? This is called internal activities. Okay. Now then the test run. Now let's say you put the chopped oranges inside it and you made a small piece of, test run. Now you will just check it and then you start the production. Now understand this. In the real process, what happens is when you make the changeover, the first product goes for the quality check, QC. And then QC checks all the parameters. Once they are absolutely okay, then you start producing it in masses. And this is called as a test run downtime, which generally consumes approximately 50% of your setup time. So what Shingo has done, Shingo was a very smart engineer. What he did standardization of it. For example, he made standard supplier of the oranges. Example I'm giving you. Okay. Then standard chops, you have to make standard pieces. You have to use a standard blade. Everything standardized. The moment you make it standardized according to the last best run, okay, you will fall into the specification limit band. Maybe let's say for example, this is your target, this is your lower specification, upper specification limit. Okay, let's say this is the band you have. Maybe you will fall somewhere here or somewhere here, but at least if you follow the strict standardization rules, at least within the band somewhere you will fall, and then you can adjust and bring the process in the center. Yes? Can we do that? Just type yes in the chat box. Yes or no in the chat box, whatever. So once you apply the standardization and start the test run, at least the probability of going out of spec will be very, very minimal, right? So that's what Shingo says. Shingo says, you should not stop the machine for the test run. Just apply standardization and start the production. And later on, once the quality control output comes, then you fine tune that and bring the process to the center. And that is the best. So preparation is eliminated because you can do it before the machine stops. Only setup and adjustment, that is something which is remaining. Test run also eliminated. And by doing this technique, they have reduced the setup time. Sometimes it used to take 24 to 48 hours. 48 hours, they have brought them down to up to 10 minutes. That amount of changeover time they have reduced. In the automotive sector, in the older age, they used to have a huge machine. Even today also, they have a huge machines like dies, etc. And they reduce the timing of changeover, which was non-productive timing, up to 10 minutes, just by using this SMED technique called setup time reduction. Are you clear with this technique called yes in the chat box? The fundamental, I'm just talking about philosophy. Practically, when we'll be doing, there are a lot of, practical complications, etc. But philosophically, have you understood this? So they break it down, external, internal activities, and external eliminated. Even internal also, they try to squeeze it, try to reduce it. Okay. This is called as setup time reduction. Very good, very good. Superb. Now, okay, let me just talk about eliminating non-value added activities, right? Everybody remembers Teamwood. Just give me yes in the chat box. Teamwood, TIMWWD, transportation, inventory, motion, waiting. Everybody knows this, Teamwood. Yes? Very good. Let's talk about how do you apply this Teamwood, okay? See, there are basically three types of major activities. One is called value added. value added, then non-value added, and there is something in between called business value added. Let me give you an example. Let's say making product or service according to the customer requirement is called value added activity. Let's say customer order pizza. You are making exactly the same size, same toppings, same everything, whatever customer requirements, and you are delivering the pizza within time. That is called value added. Customer is willing to pay for this service. That is called value added. What is non-value added? Waiting. If customer is waiting beyond 30 minutes, it is non-value added. If you are asking more from the customer than whatever is, you are, let's say the pizza is, what do you say, over processing. You remember over processing, one of the thing. Now customer has asked not to add any cheese, but now you have added cheese onto the pizza and you are charging extra from the customer. That is called non-value added. Are you understanding? Okay. This is called as, so value added, non-value added, understood? What is business value added? Imagine as a, let's say, Domino Pizza, you are giving Six Sigma training to your employees. That is not value added. Customer will not pay for that Six Sigma training. Customer will not pay for trainers and consultant fees, but customer will get benefit of it. Company will get a lot of benefits. There are a lot of non-value added activities can be eliminated. Their processes can become more productive, more effective, more efficient, right? And this is called as business value added. Are you understanding the difference between value added, non-value and business value? Just give me yes in the chat box with the same example. Clear? Everybody, can you just correlate with a simple example? Now you can connect with your own process and find out what is value added, what is non-value added, what is business value added. Okay, non-value added, you can simply put Teamwood into it. That is what everything is non-value added. And business value added, I have given example like training. If you are a cab driver, if you are running a, let's say, a Ola or Uber, fueling the car is business value added. Maintaining the car is business value added. Customer will not pay for it, but it is important to run the car, run the machine, run the business. Your machine maintenance, oiling, greasing, vibration testing, etc. It's called business value added. Your training and development of your employees is business value added. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. So how do you apply this? So the examples are given. So you put the process map, okay, or process flow diagram you can put. This is just a simple example. And then for every process activity, you just type the activity name, how much time it takes, and whether this is value added, business value added, or non-value added. And try to eliminate non-value added activities and try to reduce them. The new process. By eliminating non-value added activities and reduce the, see, as the number of activities which are non-value added, they are eliminated from the system, then I'll give you example of nothing seen. I don't know how many of you know this example. In London, let's say, there was, a young guy got a job of a security personnel. Okay. Now this person was basically a new guy. So they had a very strange process they used to follow. The process was every shift. Okay, they were a very tall building, very old monumental building, by the way. Every shift you have to go on the top of the building and come down again and write down in the register called nothing seen. Okay, nothing seen. Nothing seen. And this fellow was curious to know why are we doing this. So he kept on asking the question, why? What is the logic of this process? You go upstairs, come down, nothing seen. Go upstairs, come down, nothing seen. What is that? So nobody was able to give him satisfactory answer. One day, the same department's old retired fellow veteran guy happened to visit this location, and this young guy asked the question, sir, are you aware about this process called nothing seen, and why have we started this process in the first place itself? So that old fellow scratched his head and remember something. Okay, during the Second World War, okay, this was the tallest building of our town. So what we used to do, we used to climb up, check whether any enemy ships are coming from the sea, and report downstairs like nothing seen. And you know what? After 60, 70 years also, we are using the same procedure today. Similarly, in our process also, there are a lot of activities, lot of processes made at once upon a time. They were value added, but because of the technological advancement, because of so many changes happened, they are no more adding any value either to the business or to the customer, and they are called these kinds of nothing seen process or non-value added processes. Okay, so you have to identify those processes and try to eliminate them from the system. Are you clear? Very interesting story. Okay, this is called elimination of non-value added activities. Okay, so you can do that. Okay, now, so I'm just talking about some of the tools which we use basically in Lean. Okay, another one which we use is called, see, we are talking about the lead time reduction. Okay. They tied the cat during making puja, next generation and never continue. Exactly, yes, that's the example which so Krish has given. So let me just put that in everyone so that everybody can. So he's saying that in Kannada, in Karnataka, basically there is, during puja, they're tying a cat, okay, during puja, but nobody is aware of what is the logic behind it, what is the objective of doing this. So he has shared that. Okay, now the new generation say this is non-value added. Okay, but the reason they are not knowing why is that. Okay, yes, very good, thanks for sharing this. Okay, now here is reduction of WIP. Now this is very interesting. What is WIP? It's nothing but inventory. In the team wood, I stands for inventory. Okay, imagine a person, what you can say, a government officer or a bank manager has a lot of files to clear. Imagine he's a bank officer and you have your own file of loan application. So this is WIP, work in progress. Let's say he has got 50 files with him. Now your file will be 51st file. So unless and until he finishes off, your file will not be going in his table, on his table. So that's where your lead time will go very high. So your lead time is directly proportionate to your WIP. So what Lean says, reduce your WIP and reduce your lead time. Ultimately, Lean's objective is to reduce the timelines, no? By eliminating non-value added, we are reducing the timeline. By eliminating setup time, we are reducing the timeline, right? So this is another way of doing it, by reducing the inventory type. Okay, there is something called Little's law, which says, so Professor Little is a surname of a person who was MIT professor, Massachusetts University Institute of Technology, MIT, US. So he was professor in MIT, Mr. Little. According to him, the lead time is directly proportionate to your WIP and it is inversely proportional to your completion rate. Let me give you a very simple example to explain this. A very simple example. Okay, let's say there is an ATM machine. This is an ATM machine and you go to take out some of the cash. Okay. Now imagine we have 5 people in the queue and you are the 6th one. And this ATM machine takes, imagine, 5 minutes to take out the cash. Now understand this. Already 5 people in the queue. Every person takes 5 minutes to take out the cash. Okay, very slow machine. Now how much is the lead time for you to take the cash out? Type in the chat box, everybody. Very simple mathematics. Very good. So total will be how much? 30 minutes. So 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes each. That means 25 minutes will be waiting time, which will be non-value added, and 5 minutes will be value added. So total is 30 minutes. Everybody with me? Just give me yes in the chat box. Everybody with me? Just give me quick yes. Simple. 30 minutes is the total lead time. Value added and non-value added included. Okay. Now remove the WIP. So WIP is the number of people. Correct? Now the next time, let's imagine you go another day. There are only 2 people. Now let's say remove the 3 people. Only 2 people in the queue. That means directly proportional to WIP. Now tell me how much time will you take? Now it is not 25 minutes. You'll only take 10 minutes, right? Non-value added 10 minutes and 5 minutes for you. That is, so the first time it was 30 minutes. After reducing WIP, it will come to 15 minutes. So 50% reduction. Have you understood this? Just give me yes in the chat box. Clear? So by reducing the WIP, you have reduced the lead time. Now let's take the second example of completion rate. Imagine we have done some technological modification. We have automated the ATM machine. We have earlier it was 2G speed. Now we have increased the speed to 5G internet. Now the machine has started dispensing in 2 minutes. Now the same scenario. 2 people in the queue. Every person is taking 2 minutes. How much time will you take? Total time. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. 4 minutes non-value added and 2 minutes for you. Total 6 minutes. So you can reduce the lead time by reducing the WIP and making faster completion rate. This is how this entire workflow happens. Are you clear with it? Little slow? Just give me quick yes in the chat box. Clear? Very simple. Very good. Very good. How many of you have heard about Poka-yoke system? Poka-yoke system. Have you heard about Poka-yoke system? Yes. Okay. So Poka-yoke system is nothing but mistake proofing or error proofing. Okay, you would have heard, lot of people would have heard about in earlier days, foolproof system. How many of you have heard about foolproof system? That this system is a foolproof. Sir, don't worry, this is a foolproof system. Purchase it. Our guarantee. How many of you have heard the foolproof system? Yes. So you know what? So when they say foolproof system, it's actually a Japanese word. The spelling was and we thought it is foolproof. And this was the original spelling, FOOL. That means the people who are using it, even a fool can use it. Even somebody can throw it from the balcony, it will not break. It is called foolproof system. Even somebody put your mobile phone in the waters also, it's a foolproof system, sir. Don't worry, it will not, it will still function. So this is called a Poka-yoke system. So instead of foolproofing, they change it to mistake proofing. And that's where Poka-yoke system came into picture. I'll give you an example. While going from the escalator, your lift, and coming out, going in or coming out, your door does not get closed. Why? Because there are sensors which senses the movement. Correct? The sensor senses the movement and it does not allow, to close the door and any mishap to happen. Right? It is the Poka-yoke system. While entering the mobile number, Lot of times if you type only 9 numbers, it gives you a red signal that there is something wrong in the number. Please add another digit. Something is missing. It is called a Poka-yoke system. When you insert your SIM card in your mobile phone, there is a slot in the SIM card which does not allow another SIM card to fit in. That is called a Poka-yoke system. Okay, when you go to the basically, even in laptop also, the HDMI cable, okay, the cable will go only in HDMI port and not in other ports. It is called Poka-yoke system. Yes, can you give me one example of Poka-yoke which you have seen in your in your day-to-day life, or in your process, or in your company? Can you just give me one Poka-yoke example? This is also a lean tool, very powerful tool. Yeah, just give me any example. Yeah, LAN cable in CPU. Yes, very good. LAN cable in CPU, that fitting is a Poka-yoke. Op digit, okay. Type C cable in mobile charger. Very good. It's a Poka-yoke. Alternate stream line in temperature maintenance. Okay, that's a Poka-yoke. Very good. Very nice. Superb. Racing car in bike petrol nozzle. It's a Poka-yoke system. And even in your the gear boxes, okay, when you have gear boxes, because of the heat, right, the fumes of the gear oil, basically there is a small hole at, there is a port, and from where the fumes are going out, if that plug is basically blocked, then the fumes basically stay inside the gearbox, which is heating, which basically overheat that gearbox. So that small plug, that hole in the plug is called a Poka-yoke basically. Okay. Yeah. Racing car or bike petrol nozzle. Very good, very good. So there are so many Poka-yokes in even in access control in airport or in your offices, right? It is Poka-yoke system, just to make sure that authorized people only get access. The people have the boarding pass only get inside the airport, or the people having authorized identity proof only can get inside the office premises. This is called a Poka-yoke system. Clear? So now let's understand. Once you develop this, yeah, everybody remembers camper, right? Substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to other use. Everybody knows this. We have covered that during our yellow belt session as well. See, I'm not covering the tools which have either covered in yellow belt, or they are very simple to understand. So I'm just covering the tools which are not there in the yellow belt, or a little difficult to understand in the green belt level. Okay. Yes, everybody knows camper. Just give me a quick yes in the chat box. Very good, very good. Thank you very much for your confirmation. Camper is substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to other use, eliminate, and rearrange. Right? So these are the 7 keywords to generate ideas on the root causes. Okay. Now, once you generate those ideas, then we put those ideas, because every idea cannot be implemented, right? So what we do is we put those ideas in something called EB matrix. Everybody make a note of this. EB matrix stands for effort benefit matrix. This is just to shortlist the number of ideas and reduce the number of solutions basically. So what we do here is we put the solutions here in the first column, then we put effort, and then we put benefit. Now, traditional effort benefit, I have made some changes in that. I made it super simple. Okay. See, traditional effort benefit analysis gives the rating on the scale of 1 to 10. First, let me explain what is effort and what is benefit. Now, once we have the solution, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, these are various solutions we have identified from Scamper and other brainstorming topics. So once the solutions are there, then we find out how much efforts do we require to implement those solutions. What do you mean by effort? Effort meaning how much time will it take, how many resources it will take, how much cost it will take, how much approval do I have to take. All these things comes into effort. And then comes benefit. If I implement this solution, how much benefit will I get on my problem? Okay, this is called benefit. Now, the traditional effort benefit requires effort rating on the scale of 1 to 10, benefit rating on the scale of 1 to 10. If efforts are too high, then you rate between 8, 9 and 10. Moderate efforts, you rate between 5, 4, 5, 6. If the efforts are low, then 1, 2, 3. Okay, like the effort. Benefits, again the same thing. If it is low benefit solution, 1, 2, 3. Moderate benefit, 4, 5, 6. Or 7, 8, 9, 10 will be the higher benefit. So this way you can basically rate. But what I have done, I have made it super simple. I have made it binary. Instead of 1 to 10 scale, I have just made it high and low. That's it. Very simple. For example, let me give you a simple example. Let's say one of the solution is, a 10 minutes awareness session to your team. 10 minutes awareness session to your team. What will be the effort, high or low? Type in a chat box. H or L, type in a chat box. 10 minutes awareness to your team. Your team is there, 5 people, 10 people. 10 minutes awareness given to your team. Effort is low, right? So I will write low. Now tell me, with 10 minutes awareness, okay, their awareness, but will it have huge impact? Will your productivity will drastically change? Okay, what will be the benefit? High or low? Type in a chat box. What is expected from the 10 minutes awareness? Can you expect huge dramatic change? Right? No. If you do it every day, then slowly the old habits will change. But with only 10 minutes, it will be a lower. Yes, you will get the benefit. Their awareness will increase. They will know. So some percentage you will definitely get some increment. So low effort, low benefit solution. Understood? Okay. There are some solutions which have got low efforts and high benefits. Low effort and high benefits. Very, very important. Okay. Generally what happens is, after doing, projects like tools like design of experimentation. I'll just give you an example. You can identify what is the most critical factor in my process, and if I change this factor, my productivity, my efficiency can go to the next level. Okay, that is something which you get. And so with a very low effort also, you can get maximum impact on your problem, which is called low effort, high benefit solution. There will be some solutions which are high effort, high benefits. For example, automating the entire process. High effort, because there will be a lot of investment required, a lot of approval required, a lot of time required. And benefit also will be very high. If you automate the entire process, then obviously there would be manual errors can be eliminated, your efficiency can go up, etc. A lot of high effort, right? So high effort, high benefit. And there is something called high effort and low benefit as well. So you have low effort, low benefit, low effort, high benefit, high effort, high benefit, and high effort, low. So you can categorize all the solution in these 4 quadrants. Okay. If I draw these 4 quadrants on the graph, it will look like this. And this is called EB matrix. Here I would put efforts, and here I would put benefits. Okay. Now low effort and low benefits, these first solutions here, I will write, they will come here, and they are called as just do it solutions. Because they're small effort solutions, so we call them a just do, just like Nike. It's a Nike tagline, just do it. Okay. The second type solutions will come here. They are called as low effort, high benefits. They are called as must do it solutions, because they are the most important solutions for you. Must do it. The third will fall into this category. They have to be escalate to the management for approval. Escalate to the top management for the approval. If they approve, you implement. If they do not approve, okay, you have to drop them. And the fourth is high effort, but the benefits are very low. These kinds of solutions have to be dropped. Okay, so these are the 4 categories of solutions. So you select just do it and must do it. If third category escalate, if management approves it, you implement it. If no, then you drop them. Are you clear with this effort benefit analysis? Just give me a quick yes in the chat box. Super clear? Very good, very good. Now, once you make this, then whatever is just do it, must do it, and after approval of escalation, then you make an action plan and start implementing the the solutions, and that's where you start getting the results. Okay, and once you start getting the results, that's where your control phase comes into picture. Before we get into the control phase, we will take a quick break of 5 minutes. Okay, see now, because our yesterday's topics are also we have to cover, and today's topics as well. Okay, so we are just a little bit of a lot of topics we have to cover over here. Okay, so we'll just take 5 minutes break. Right now it is 8 almost 40, or we'll take 7-8 minutes break. Okay, so we'll be back by 8:50 sharp. Okay, 8:50 sharp we'll back. It is 8:42 in my wristwatch right now. We'll be back by 8:50 and we'll start. I have a couple of announcements for you. Then we will start our control phase, and then I will explain you about the examination procedure and close the session. Okay, clear? Yes, just refresh yourself and we'll be back by 8:50. Okay, we'll close by 9:30, 9:35, 9:40 maximum. 9:30 should be better, should be good. Yeah, all right. All right, is everybody back? Just give me the confirmation. Yes, in the chat box. Quickly, just give me the confirmation. Quickly. And I've got couple of announcements to be made here. Back. Everybody just give me the confirmation. There are a lot of people yet to join in. Meanwhile, there were few queries about Master Black Belt. Low volume, is it? Let me fix that up. Okay. Yeah, is it okay now? Okay. Good. Yeah, a lot of people had some queries about Master Black Belt, so I thought let me spend 5 minutes here before I start our yellow, our green belt hackathon control phase, which is remaining, and then the examination details I will share with you as well. Okay, so let me just quickly run through a presentation for you people which I have made separately for this batch. So right now, the Lean Six Sigma Master Belt, a lot of you have already upgraded to the Master Black Belt and a lot of you have not yet upgraded. The reason is you are not aware of what is Master Black Belt. First of all, why should I do that? What are the advantages? Okay, so let me just quickly touch upon this in 5 to 10 minutes and then we'll start our session. Okay. Now, first of all, who can join the Master Black Belt? I am expecting a little bit of senior people. More than 5 years of experienced people should actually go for this program. Okay. And it doesn't matter whether you are yellow belt, green belt, black belt. You can take the admission right now. Anyways, we have to go step by step. Yellow belt, then green belt, then black belt, and then Master Black Belt. So this sequence will remain intact. Okay. Because for green belt examination, for the black belt examination, you need green belt certificate number. For the black belt examination, green belt, then Master Black Belt examination, you need a black belt certificate number. Okay, so similarly this process will remain as it is. So who can join? Anybody who is more than 5+ years of experience should join this program. Okay, will you get certificate? Of course, this is what is the end in mind, that you will get the yellow what you can say Master Black Belt certificate as well over here, which is CSSC internationally accredited certification. Okay. And what will you learn in Master Black Belt? First of all, it's a mentorship position. So this includes the Train the Trainer program, which is already included into this. Okay, some advanced statistical tool, even beyond black belt level, those will be taught to them. You will be taught how the deployment of Lean Six Sigma projects have to be done in the real life projects. How you should do a deployment of it. Okay. Then how to mentor the projects. Some advanced statistical and leadership skills are covered in the Master Black Belt level. Okay. So will it be live and recorded? Of course, this will be pre-recorded course, as well as in our live mentorings of Mondays and Saturdays also we cover the topics of Master Black Belt as well. Okay. Now, how much salary is expected? As per the Glassdoor, the average Master Black Belt salary is 45 lakhs per annum. And again, so I will not say that it's an average number. Some of you can get even better than that. Some of you can get a little less than that. But it all depends on which industry, which city you are in. Okay, and what is your current CTC? A lot of things will play into But this is how you can go to the top management skill. And right now, it is kind of a must certificate for a lot of organizations looking when they're promoting people to the top management level. Okay. Now, so Master Black Belt, the market price is 75,000 plus GST. We at SNG, our price is 29,999 plus GST. But for a very short span of time, we are offering this, okay, at 9,999 plus GST. Now, we are only for a very limited time, and this is including GST. You don't have to pay extra for for this. So GST we are absorbing. Of course, even for a 1 rupee transaction, we have to give the GST to the government. So this is GST we are absorbing. Why we want you to push it to the next level? Because we want you to become a complete package in Lean Six Sigma. Okay, not only stuck at one level of yellow belt or green belt or black belt. We want you to become a complete holistic person who can be a leader in the industry of Lean Six Sigma. That's the reason we have made it so affordable. So if you think within 20,000 rupees we are offering all the all the belts in that, and there is no comparison of this. And plus, see, it is not something like we are giving you the what you can say recorded courses and you are on your own, right? We are giving you the hand holding, the live coaching, live mentoring, mini tab exercises, and you are observing the hackathons. Lot of efforts we are putting in a very low amount of investment. Okay, so everybody's clear about the offer and what is Master Black Belt? If yes, just give me a quick yes in the chat box, and I'm giving you the link for this right now in the chat. Okay, if you want to upgrade right now, which I would encourage you guys to upgrade, this is a link for you. Click on the link and make the payment. Let me know that you have upgraded to the Master Black Belt. Okay, yeah, a lot of people are already Master Black Belts, so congratulations first of all. And the people who have not yet taken this step, see, we are going to increase the pricing very, very shortly. Okay, so this pricing you will not get after some time. Maybe this month would be the last month of this pricing, so do not let this offer skip away. Okay, so you are getting only at 9,999 including GST. You can do that. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Okay, if you are yes, absolutely. Thank you very much, Sachin ji. Now, the moment you upgrade to the Master Black Belt, you become the lifetime member of SNG community as well. Okay, lifetime member of SNG. Otherwise, the green belt and black belt, the access will be there for one complete year. Okay, so 1 year is more than sufficient for you to complete green belt and black belt. But for the Master Black Belt, we want you to stay in touch for a lifetime. Okay. So you can access the courses live, the live session attendance, hackathon attendance. You can become the trainer and internally train the people. That also is Train the Trainer platform also we are having. Okay, we will restart again those initiatives as well. Okay, superb. Yes, this includes everything. So this is about the Master Black Belt. Let me talk about a couple of minutes about, we have something very interesting. See, nowadays what is happening is, because of AI and other things, lot of layoffs are happening right now. People are being retrenched. The manpower is being curtailed. So in near future, okay, lot of people are still are not aware of this, but near future, lot of job losses are going to happen. Okay, so what we decided internally as a team, how we can protect our team, our community from this, from this entire things which are happening right now. Okay, so there we launched our business consulting launch program, and let me quickly give you, offer about it. Okay, what is consulting launch program? Let me quickly touch about it. What is consulting launch? Once you learned about Lean Six Sigma, once you become expert in that, have some experience under your belt, now you are ready to give this knowledge, give this wisdom to the market and get paid handsomely. Okay, if imagine, okay, Bhagwan na kare, imagine if this happens, if somebody loses the job, okay, and lot of my, our students have done this. Before, they switch off the job or they resign from one job, and before they join the other company, or they struggle to make, let's say, find out on the job, they started consulting into Lean Six Sigma. Okay, so what we cover into this is, we cover how do you see, up to Master Black Belt you learn the subject, but learning the subject and doing a business of that subject is completely different story. Okay, now when I say business, that means bringing the leads, okay, negotiation, closing the leads, making the proposals, doing diagnostic study, okay, doing the analysis of it, creating the entire roadmap for the companies. Okay, all this thing, online strategies, offline strategies, B2B strategies, B2C strategies. There are a lot of strategies. We discuss this and to this, and you know what, you can easily make, as an independent consultant also, you can easily make 30 to 50 lakh rupees every year into this business. And you know what, this is a very high profit margin business. So your investment will be very limited, meaning your marketing expenses etc. will be very limited, and whatever you will be earning, because there is no fancy offices we require or a manpower, huge manpower is required. Of course, there are a couple of people you need to support you later on, but initially you can start. We want you to launch yourself as an independent consultant. Then you can increase your team later on. So this strategy, the investment is 3 lakh rupees plus. There are two packages basically, 1 lakh rupee and 3 lakh rupees package. Okay, so what we are offering right now, that 1 lakh rupee wala package. See, what is the difference between these two packages? 3 lakh rupees package for your first client. Okay, I or maybe a senior person from SNG will come along with you to deliver the training program. So we will together deliver the training program, and for the consulting as well, we can come 2 or 3 days, okay, to your client's place. So that is what happens in the 3 lakh rupees investment. Only in 1 lakh rupees investment, this is something which will not happen. Okay, so for that 1 lakh rupee wala package, what we are offering right now. So here is, you can say, I will share this document with you. See, the consulting market is going to be 13 billion, okay, and growing very, very rapidly in India as well as globally, right? So this is a 6 months roadmap where, so do you have to leave your job? Absolutely no. Parallelly, as you are learning Lean Six Sigma, you can learn how to launch your own business as well. This program includes, marketing, pricing, client acquisition, delivery, train the trainer, everything, all the product which will require you to become a complete trainer and consultant and do the business. Okay, so this is what is covered into that. And will I get help to find the clients? We will guide you with the proven methodologies how we are acquiring the clients. Exactly copy paste that, you can also start acquiring the clients. Okay, so is this program only for the Lean Six Sigma professionals? Preliminary, yes. But if you learn the business art, you can apply this for other methodologies as well. Okay, other businesses as well. Now, what is the business potential? As I said, 30 to 50 lakhs. So here also it is mentioned 40 to 50 lakh rupees you can easily make. See, I don't want to do some huge claims. You can easily make great more than 1 CR rupees, but I will, because the moment you enter, I will give you a plan of this and you will realize that you can make much more than that. But this is what I'm claiming right now. Easily 40 to 50 lakh rupees we have been making last, more than 10 to 15 years. Okay. Now the, as I said, 3 lakh rupees and 1 lakh rupees GST package. Right now we are offering this only at 50,000 plus, including GST, not even plus GST, 50,000 including GST. And for this, okay, for this, I'm just giving you the link right now, just for your understanding. This is a link. If you are interested, click on the link and make the payment. This also will not remain for a very long time. Okay, grab this opportunity with both hands. Do not let both this opportunity slip by. Any opportunity. It's upgrade to the master black belt. And first, another question which comes: can I start my consulting business only with black belt? The answer is yes, you can do it. It is just like, you can do your medical practice by just BMS or MBBS as well. Okay, but if you want to become bigger, you want to start your own hospital, etc., then MD or MS, that kind of certification would be very, very, very essential. Okay, so people have more trust. Correct. So these are the two links on in your chat right now. You can just, and the same thing like credit card, EMI, etc., are available on both. You can check this out. Okay, clear? Just give me quick yes in the chat box. Any question about it, please let me know so that we can move further. Everybody's clear about it. So these offers are very limited offers, and to be very honest with you, our plan is already ready. From April onwards, we are going to rechange our entire pricing strategy. Okay, so do not slip from this opportunity and make sure that you grab this. Okay, chalo, all the best. All right, yes, you've done the payment, huh? Very good, very good. Congratulations. We'll get the confirmation after the session. Okay, super, super. All right, so let me just quickly share my whiteboard right now. Superb. Here we go. So now we have entered into something called control phase. Okay. Now control phase, control is all about maintaining the status quo. Let's say, for example, the process improvement, it has gone up. Now it has to sustain over the period of time. Again, it will go up again. So this is called a continual process. Okay. And this sustenance part, this part is basically taken care by the control phase. How do you maintain, how do you sustain it over the period of time? That is something what we do in the control phase. So let me share a very important document of control phase, and that document is called as control plan. Okay, let me share the control plan with you quickly. Now control plan is a document which basically makes sure that let me just share my screen. Just a second. Yeah, by the way, this all the documents are available in your curriculum itself, so I'm not showing something outside of your curriculum. This is everything is inside your curriculum only. Okay, now look at this. So this is your process control plan. Okay, now what do we do here? Process steps. So you remember SIPOC we did yesterday or day before, right? Day 1. So in that, whatever process steps we have, so these process steps will come here in this column. All the process steps will write here. Then the metric, whether it is X and Y. Y is the output, X is the input. Okay. If let's say it is Y, so I will write Y here. Example, I'm just giving you example, is my project is, for example, let's say attrition or attrition. Let's take attrition. Attrition is the people leaving the company, the resigning and leaving the company. So unit of measure is percentage attrition. We will measure. Who will record? HR executive will record the attrition. How often? Let's say monthly, every month. Now this is after you have done the project. Understand this. You have done the project of attrition. You have brought down the attrition percentage. Now you will monitor it. You will monitor it very closely. Okay. Now the type of chart. Now what is chart? Chart is nothing but a control chart. Okay. So there are various types of control chart. After this I'll go to explain you. Let's say eye chart is one of the control chart. Yesterday also we have seen eye chart. Okay. Then what to respond? Let's say imagine the percentage attrition earlier was 10%. And from 10% you have brought down to 5%. Imagine this is the scenario. Now, if it goes above 5% in a month, if it goes above 5%, so what to respond? Above 5% is the level you have to respond. Who will respond? HR manager will respond or HR head will respond. What will they do? They will ask for the team meeting immediately. That we have brought down the 10% to 5%. Why it has gone to 6% again? What are the reasons? Let's do a brainstorming. Let's fix the loops. What has gone wrong? Let's investigate and immediately take the action. So the comments will be over here. Are you clear? And this is called a control plan. Just give me yes in the chat box. Everybody with me? Have you understood this? Example of attrition I have taken. Let me take you another example. Let's say there is one of the X. One of the X for the attrition is people are not happy with the amount of training we are giving. Okay, so one of the X is less amount of what you can say skill development is happening in the company. L&D expenses are very low, right? That's one of the factor. So X is the L&D expenses are very low, or the efforts of skill development is very low. So what is unit of measurement? Maybe skill development, or unit of measurement is what you can say the time for training or training hours. Let's say training hours. Okay, Who will record? Let's say HR executive will record the training hours every employee is going through. How often? Let's say monthly. I'm just giving you example. Type of chart, let's say we will be using something called C chart. Okay, I will explain you what is C chart, U chart, P chart, etc. Then what to respond. Let's say training hour. If we decide every person in the company should undergo at least 1 hour training every month, or let's say 5 hours training every month. So if somebody goes less than that, so that will be responded here. Who will respond? HR head will, HR manager will respond. Again, they will call for the meeting and the comments. Okay, so same, you'll have to find out what are the important factors for attrition and make a control plan. So we are controlling all the excess to make sure the Y does not change. Everybody clear with this? Just give me a quick yes in the chat box. Super clear? Very good, very good. Now when I say type of charts, in the control charts, we have got various types of control charts. Let me just take you to the whiteboard once again, and just let's make this table which is about the control charts. Okay, let's make a table of this. Just draw this table along with me. This is about the control chart. Okay, so what is this table? The first one is, so here I am writing the control charts. Okay, so when you have continuous data, X bar R chart, X bar S chart, and when we have discrete data, we have got, you know, P chart, C chart, U chart, NP chart, etc. So let's try to understand. Which chart will be used when. Okay. So let's make this table just for your understanding. Continuous chart I'll explain. Let's talk about the discrete charts here. Okay. Yeah, I think Priya, I think you are trying to make the payment but it's failing. Can you just check out or maybe change the card and make the payment. Okay, that will be better. Super. All right, just a second. All right, so here just make a table. This table is, here you can write defect and defective. Just make a simple table just for your understanding. I'll explain it. First make it, then I'll explain it. Okay. Defect and defective. And variable lot size. Lot meaning the sample size basically. I'll explain you with some examples so that you can easily understand it. Okay. Superb. Okay, now here you write C chart and U chart. Here you write NP chart and P chart. Once you made the table, please let me know. Done. Yeah, let's open this file, Minitab file. We'll do the practical stuff directly. And while doing practical stuff, we'll understand this, okay? So first we'll try to understand continuous data. We have yesterday already plotted eye chart, if you remember the control chart, right? Stability check. Open this quickly. Quickly open this and let me know you have opened it, okay? The same chocolate weight wala data. Chocolate weight. Same data which we have seen yesterday. So now we have already seen eye chart. Let's see X bar R and X bar S chart. Very good. So let's try to open this. Try to open this, right? Done. So this is chocolate weight data which we have seen yesterday for our statistical graphical analysis. Now you can see, yeah, meanwhile, as you're opening, just try to understand this. So imagine there is a chocolate company and you are a quality person. Let's say this is you, and this is the conveyor from where the chocolates are being made. So these are the chocolates which are coming in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, as the quality person, you are taking 10 chocolates at a time. So you can see here, in sample 1, there are 10 chocolates. In sample 2, there are 10 chocolates once again. Sample 3, again 10 chocolates. Are you understanding? Yes. So instead of 1 chocolate, you are taking entire lot of 10 chocolates. Okay. So in that case, we will be using X bar R chart and X bar S chart. Okay. So what is X bar? X bar is nothing but the average. Let's say imagine for the first 10 chocolates, I have weighed them. I have taken the weight of them and I have taken the average of them. That is called X1 bar. Okay. And what is R? R stands for range. X bar stands for mean and R stands for range. So here we are plotting two graphs here. One is called mean chart, other one is called range chart. So this is X bar chart and this is R chart. There will be two charts will be plotted. We will do it right now, right away, so that you will appreciate this. Okay. So in the first 10 samples, we will collect the weight of each and every sample, and then we will find out what is the range. What is range? If you remember day 1, highest value minus the lowest value. That is called the range, right? So here we will find out the range. Let's say, for example, what is the highest value here? Highest value is, I think 43.1, I believe. Yes. So this is the highest value. I think it is twice it is coming, 43.14. So this is the highest value. And the lowest value, let me check what is the lowest value here. I think 39.6 seems to be the lowest value out of these 10 values. Okay. So what is the difference between 43.1 and 39.6? Okay, I'm talking about only these 10 samples. The first sample I'm talking about. So the difference between 43.1 and 39.6 is around 3.5. So R1 would be 3.5 grams. And X bar would be the average of all the 10 samples. Clear? So first dot we will plot for the X bar, and this plot we will plot for the first R1. X1 bar and R1 we will plot. Then the second one, X2 bar and then R2. We will plot it here. X2 bar will plot and R2 we will plot. Are you understanding? This is how we will keep on plotting these numbers. Clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. Have you understood this? One is the average, second is the range. Average and range, average and range, average and range. Clear? This is called X bar and R chart. So this one is basically identifying the central tendency which is mean, mode, median. Remember central tendency measures, and this is basically finding out variation, which is the spread of the data, the range. Correct? The range, variance, and standard deviation. Remember that? So the first graph is about the central tendency. Second graph is about the variance. Now, the similar lines, now understand this. If we have the sample size more than 10, sample size is more than, let's say 20 in one sample you are taking, 30 in one sample, instead of range, you can use standard deviation. So there is another graph called X bar S. X bar remains same, and instead of range, you use standard deviation. Okay. So instead of range here, you find out standard deviation and you plot standard deviation on the graph. That's it. It is called X bar S graph. Okay. So we'll plot both and you will try to understand both. Okay. We'll just see, we will just plot this. Go to stat, control charts, variable charts for subgroup and X bar R. Just follow this path, please. Stat, control chart, variable charts for subgroup X bar R. Yeah, we might go up to 9:40, 45. Okay, so there might be a little delay. Yeah, if you are making the payment, if you have made the payment, please type payment in the chat box so that my team will confirm quickly. We have received already one payment, and there is a business launch program payment failed by Priya madam. So just check out Priya madam for the card. Okay. Done. So control chart, variable chart for subgroup, X bar R chart. Click on that. This will appear. So yeah. So here you have to type, or here you have to select chocolate weight, and subgroup size you have to select sample. That's it. Chocolate weight here and sample here, and just click on OK. And you will get this graph. Everybody got it? Just give me quick yes in the chat box. So here if you see, this is the dot number. This is the X bar graph, X bar chart, and this is R chart. Okay. So X bar, this is for the first 10 sample. This is the average value. So we have plotted this. For the second sample, this is the average. So this is X1 bar, this is X2 bar, this is X3 bar, this is X4 bar. And if you see here, this is called X double bar because it is the average of averages. Every dot is average already. And this is average of average. That's why it's called X double bar. Okay. And again, UCL and LCL is calculated. You have to check whether anything which is going above or below the control limits. But right now it is not going, right? Same goes with here. Yeah, I will repeat again. Same goes with here. Range. This is the range for the sample number 1, meaning highest value minus lowest value. This is the range for sample number 2. This is range for sample number 3, range for sample number 4, etc. And this is R bar, which is the range bar, which is range average. Okay. So this is the central tendency and this is the range. It's called X bar R chart. Let me quickly repeat the procedure. Go to stat, control charts, variable charts for subgroup X bar R. Just take a screenshot of this or write it down on your process flow or your notepad. Okay. Stat, control chart, variable chart for subgroup X bar R. Just click on that. Click on that. Just select chocolate weight here and select sample. Just click and double click the column name. Okay. And click on OK. That's it. Don't do anything else. And you will find this. Okay. Ashish, just give me confirmation if you got it. Meanwhile, rest of the people just follow the same procedure for X bar S. Just below X bar R, you have X bar S. Stat, control chart, variable chart for subgroup. Just below that X bar S is there. Follow the same procedure. Can you just do it quickly? Just below X bar R, X bar S, exactly the same window will come. Chocolate weight select karo, subgroup sample select karo, just click on OK. And X bar S, similar to X bar R here. Only thing is that here it is standard deviation, there it is range. Okay. Let me put them into, so this is X bar R, and let me open X bar S. So here is X bar S. Okay, let me just put them beside each other. So the one on the left, the one on the left hand side is X bar R, and one on the right hand side is X bar S. Oops. Clear? Yeah. हाँ जी, तो ये हो गया X bar R और X bar S का comparison. Okay. Done? Very good. So you can see X bar remains exactly same. Instead of R, which is the average range is around 4.99, which is approximately 5, and standard deviation is approximately how much? It is just a second, 1.588, which is the average standard deviation. Clear? But right now the process keeps on, process is similar to this. Okay, X bar S is exactly same with X bar R only, exactly same. Stat, control chart, subgroup X bar R के नीचे X bar S same है. Chocolate weight and sample, that's it. Just below X bar R is X bar S. Clear? Instead of range, you have got standard deviation. That's it. Clear, everybody? So these are the charts where we have got, we have got no problem, Kiran ji, no problem. Yes, you can check the recording of this and you can, follow the procedure. Okay. Yeah, I can understand. Super. Now, once we do that, let's go to some of the, let's find out couple of discrete chart as well. Okay, discrete charts को हम लोग use करेंगे. So let's start with C chart. Okay, let's start with C chart. Let me share C chart with you guys. Let me share a file with you, which is called as C chart. Let me just quickly, first of all, stop this and share the C chart with you. Okay, so C chart, when do we use C chart? When we have constant sample size and we have defect data. Okay, constant sample size with defect data is C chart. So just open this file. We'll just check couple of them. Okay, just for your information, open this file please. C chart. As you are opening the file, let me explain you what is this data all about. Do you remember when do we use a C chart? When do we use C chart? Let me share my whiteboard. When we have defect data, and constant lot size, that means the sample size is constant. So what is constant and variable lot size? For example, one day you check 10 samples, other day you check 15 samples. So constant constant meaning every day you check only 10, no matter what. That is called constant lot size. Your sample size is absolutely common. If you are a BPO and you are into quality, you will check 10% calls. That's it. Or you will check 10 calls every shift. You will investigate. You will check the quality of 10 calls. That's a constant sample size. Are you understanding? What is variable? One day you check 8, another day you check 12, another day you check 15, then 5. So it's variable sample size. Okay. So C chart, when do we use? When we are checking defects. Now everybody knows defect and defective. I have already given you example of that shirt. DPMO calculation, remember? Defective is the entire unit, and within the defective unit there are multiple defects. If you are checking defect data with constant sample size, then you go for C chart. Okay, so let me share the file. I hope everybody has opened it. So here you can see these are the papers Now in paper, let's say imagine there are 20 to 30 questions. Now this is a constant for everybody, right? That's what constant sample size, out of which errors meaning the defects, how many questions the students have given the wrong answer. Okay, so the first person is given 4 wrong answers out of, let's say, 30. Second person is given 2 wrong answers out of 30. Third has given 1 wrong answer out of 30. Okay, so constant sample size and the defects are there. Okay, so how do we do that? Go to stat, control chart, attribute chart, and at the bottom you will find C chart. Stat, control chart, attribute chart, C chart. Just follow this, please. Stat, control chart, attribute chart, C chart. All right, once you click on that, in the variable just select errors. That's it. Don't do anything else, and click on OK. And you will find something like this. So what we have done, we have selected defects. Okay, now you can see here. Yeah, have you opened the file? Go to stat, control charts. All the control charts will be in this column only, control charts. Okay, and what is important for you? Okay, this one, if it is attribute chart, discrete chart, everything will happen in the attribute means discrete, the same thing. Okay, so control chart, attribute chart, here you will find all the discrete charts. Okay, C chart, U chart, P chart, NP chart, everything. So select C chart here and just select error column and just click on OK. That's it. Clear? And here you can see that the process is not in control because there are 3 data points which have gone above the control limits. Now here the control limits calculations are different than +3 and -3 standard deviation. Okay, these are advanced control charts. The calculations are different. So in the black belt level, I will share this formula with you as well. Okay. So if I come to the pop-up window, just select the errors. Okay, like this. If you have, just double click on error. That's it, and click on OK. Yes. Once you click on OK, then you will get this done. Very good, very good. So right now this process is not stable. It requires to be stable. Clear, everybody? So see, the interpretation is absolutely common, whether the data is within control limits or not. That's it. Okay, let me share something U chart. Okay, or let me share P chart with you. Let me share P chart with you. No, not P chart. P chart. Let me share P chart with you. Just this last one. We'll do this for our understanding. Open this file, please. Once you open the file, please let me know. So we have P chart example. Now when do we use P chart? When we have defective data and variable sample size. The sample size is varying and the data is defective data, not defect data, defective data. Okay, so in that case we are using a P chart. So I'm just opening that file for you. Meanwhile, as you are opening this, let me explain you the data. Okay, now here what data they have taken. Every school there are divisions, right? A division, B division. Let's say first standard A division, second standard first standard A, B, C, D, E, second standard A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so they have different classrooms here. Let's say classroom number 1, there are 50 students, out of which this is actually failure data. Okay, it's fail data, fail. Okay, so there are what you can say 0. Nobody failed in that classroom. Second classroom also nobody failed. Third classroom one student failed. Fourth classroom also one student failed. So everywhere the classroom wise the sample size is varying. Are you understanding? Okay, and pass and fail is the defective data, right? A student pass or fail is a defective data. So we are using a P chart here. So how do we use P chart? Go to control charts, attribute chart, and you can find out P chart over here. You can see here at the top, stat control chart, attribute chart, P chart. In the variable, you have to select fail data. In your case, it will be pass and fail, right? So you select that. And in subgroup size, you select sample size. This is very important. You have to select subgroup size. So sample size will be subgroup size. And here it is pass or fail, right? It's in the variable, and just click on OK. Wow. Here is, you are getting this value. Now, there is something interesting here. Now try to understand this. This is the lower control limit. See, what is this P stands for? P is nothing but a proportion. P is nothing but P stands for proportion. Okay. So 1 out of 50. So whatever is there, so this is that proportion. 1 out of 60. That is what is that proportion. Out of 50, 1 failed. Are you understanding? And this is called P bar. Whatever is the proportion, this is the average, 0.00085. Okay. Now, because the proportions are different, the denominators are different, for every value, the control limits are calculated separately. And that's why you have got this zigzag kind of thing. Okay, the black belt level will discuss with the formula, what is the formula of each. Okay. Only thing is that we need to check any data point going above or below the control limits. Okay. Now you can see here a lot of data points at 0. That means 0% fail, right? And why LCL is 0? Because in proportion cannot go negative, right? See, there are some negative values in, let's say, temperature data. Temperature can go below 0, but proportion cannot go below 0, right? Correct. That's why this LCL is stopping at 0. And if you have 0, that's a good thing, right? So there is no failure in that classroom right now. That's a good thing. Okay. You just have to make sure that nothing goes beyond upper control limit here. If anything goes like this, okay, or like this, then that will be a special cause variation. And that needs to be investigated. Clear? So this is how there are various control charts also you can make. You don't have to remember this. It is already given. Okay. Whenever you want to find out which control charts, just find out from the table and select that control chart, put that data, and just check whether any data is going outside of the control limits. Are you clear with this? Just give me a quick yes in the chat box. Done? Very good, very good. Superb, superb. Any question, please let me know in the chat. Okay, now tell me one thing. How many of you have already gone through the entire content and would like to go for the examination? Samirji, you have done the payment? Congratulations, welcome on board. Okay, the people who have made the payment, please let me know in the chat. And yeah, the links are there once again before I close the session. Yeah, tell me in the chat how many of you want to go for the examination right now. Now, examination meaning you're ready for this, okay? Okay, this link is for the consulting business launch program. Just give me a second. A lot of people are asking for this. Just a second. Let me just give this link for them and then I will explain you this. Okay. Now this is for the master black belt. Okay. Yeah. Done. Okay. Now let me quickly. Okay. Now who should attend? First of all, who should attend this? At least you should be able to. At least you should have gone through the content of the green belt at least once. And plus, you have been through the what you can say, the green belt hackathon as well. If that is the case, that's a best case scenario. Okay, then you are ready to go for it. See, anybody can attempt the examination. The worry is not you fail the exam. The worry is, without understanding the concept, you can clear the examination. You might clear the examination, and that is my worry. Are you understanding? I don't want you to clear the examination without understanding all the concepts. Okay, so my request is, please go through the content. Do not hurry at all. We have got ample amount of time. You take your time. Okay, and once you are ready, once you are confident, then give the examination. Examination will not be super duper difficult examination to clear. Okay, exam will be moderately complex exam. It's an open book test. So let me give you the so the green belt examination will be of 1 hour. Okay, examination rules. Let me just give you all the examination rules. Book. Okay, MCQ type, no negative marking, 70% passing, which is a criteria of CSSE, which we follow. Clear? So these are some of the very simple, this one. Yes. Now what is expected is, understand the concept, try to implement the concept as you rightly said, Sandeep ji, in your own process. Okay, try to practice this. How many questions? I think there are 50 questions. 50 questions. You have to give answers in 1 hour. Okay, and all of them are into this. Now, if you are ready, if you have gone through the content, then what you need to do is, you just have to send the message. Now, see, my recommendation is this. If you are fresh enough, because it was a working day today, it was Friday today. It was a working day. You have been through the entire day working, traveling. Then you have attended the almost 3 hours, session today. If you still have that 1 hour energy, your dinner is also there pending, right? Then you attempt this today, or you can, do it tomorrow or day after. Okay. You just have to send a message on this mentor number that, sir, I'm ready for the examination. Kindly provide me the examination sheet, and our team will provide you the sheet, and whatever is the comfortable time, you can give the examination in 1 hour and submit it. Clear? Everybody just give me quick yes in the chat box. So if you still want to give it today, please send a message right now, or you can plan it when you are, when you are fresh, with lot of energy. Okay, I would recommend give it with a fresh mind. All right, that will be a greater one. Okay, superb. Yeah, if you are ready for this, then just send a message on the mentor's number, and we will give you all the details on the mentor's number itself. All right. Okay, so that's it from my side. I hope. How many attempts? Yeah, that's a lot of people asking the question. How many attempts? So there is no limit on the attempts. Okay. Yeah. So don't worry. Even if you cannot make 70%, you can give the second attempt, third attempt. There is no cost associated with it. Okay. It will not come in the certificate that Mr. X has completed this certification in third attempt. So don't worry. It will not come like that. Chill and sit with open mind, with open book. Take your notes out. Take a bottle of water along with you. Okay, and give the examination. Okay, I wish you all the very best, and first of all, congratulations all the people who are coming on board right now today. Okay, we will keep the link open till the end of the day today, and if you want to try this later on as well. Okay, thank you very much, and any top percentage reward is not. So tomorrow we have the class at 7:30 as regular classes will be on Saturday and Monday. Sunday we have the live session on yellow belt as well. That will happen as per the plan. Okay, superb. Yeah, so if you give 100% right, then we will think of something special reward for you. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for joining. And the people who are ready, just send a message and we'll do the needful. Okay, bye bye till the time. Keep